I saw you for a moment yawning. All right, we are live. It's our 191 live with Blend Precisely in the AI Business Hub as well as the AI Grim Society. I think we have expanded enough over the past years. So what I'm going to present you in a moment, we're going to talk about email marketing, but also we're going to get a quick update on the next phase that is going to be live today or tomorrow, and Seth will update you there. But before we go there, I would love for everyone to, if you have time, to join me on Monday evening at 6 p.m. for our email marketing webinar. Oops, can you maybe turn off your... Or maybe I'm going to mute you for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to run a free webinar because there's something super, super important. And what I've seen over the past years is the difficulty on how to get yourself out there, how to make money, and what email marketing is all about. So let me just show you quickly what we're going to talk about on Monday. It's a free webinar. And so please come join us, and I will give you all the information now. But email marketing is one of the most important things you can do in your business, and the most lucrative as well. So let me just go here. You should see my slides. I'm going to make myself, I think we are good. I'm going to make myself smaller even, like this probably. Yeah, here we go. Okay, just a quick overview what we're going to talk about on Monday. So I'm calling it the heart-centered approach to growth. And the reason is that most people in our communities, the wellness community, the aromatherapy, the skincare, anything that has to do with the heart, is actually, they really find it difficult to sell. And I completely understand it because I've been there. I've been doing some kind of creative businesses since over 20 years now at this point. And the sales part and anything around marketing and sales and marketing yourself is the most difficult part for every single heart-centered entrepreneur. So that's the reason why I'm actually bringing this whole series out right now. So we're going to talk about email marketing this month. We're going to talk about how to implement funnels. And we're also will be talking about heavily, of course, on how to do this all with AI, because we are solo entrepreneurs, and that's why we do not have a lot of time available, and that's why we're going to use AI for sure as well. But we're always going to put it around our values, our mission, and our heart. So what we're going to talk about on Monday is, let me just go to the next slide, is we're going to have 6 steps basically. We're going to talk about what email marketing really is, how it works, and why it is essential for any kind of business. If it is product, service, consultation, digital products, no matter what, we're just going to talk about this. Let me just actually, I think it's better like this for a moment. Why social media alone isn't enough. It's an ecosystem. Having social media is important, having an email list is important, having a sales funnel is important, so everything runs smoothly around it. So the risk of just building it on social media is because you're on rented land, but we will talk more about that on Monday. The numbers that prove why email actually works is very simple. For every $1 you put into email marketing, you get $42 back when done well, the right way, and when you do it with passion and to the right audience. And there are quite a few pieces that need to fit together, but we're going to talk about this as well on Monday. The next part is how email works for every type of business. As I mentioned before, if it is a service business, a product business, a digital offer business, and we have been covering those ones in the AI Business Hub, in our AI Grim Society, as well as in my private coaching. Often we need to just realize that, yes, we start out with an idea, and maybe you start out with, I want to do one-on-one consultations. And then you realize, okay, that's pretty hard. How can I make a living with just one-on-one consultations? You would need to do probably 20 a week in order to move forward. So at one point in business, we find that we need to maybe add another business unit, not more of the same, but probably if you do one-on-one business, you maybe want to consider how to do actually a digital product around your one-on-one business services, meaning you're offering a small, tiny workshop, or you're starting to sell an ebook or something else. So keeping that in mind, email marketing is valuable and needs to be done for any kind of business. Then we will talk about my personal email marketing journey, where I have started out, and I would imagine many of you actually are there or started out as well. And maybe through being in our world right now, Seth's and my world, you might have talked or heard me talk about email marketing so much that you might consider it now. So we'll see. I will talk about my journey. And then at the very end, we will talk about the techniques and the next steps, meaning what do you really need to build a healthy email list with the right type of people, and how do you actually nurture them and communicate with them, and how do you get them to sell. And with all of this, we will talk about the automation, we will talk about AI, and we will breathe because that is something I need to tell myself a lot. There's a lot we have to do in business, but in between we need to breathe. And the reason why this whole concept is probably going to be really, really good for any solo entrepreneur, because it allows you to breathe. We're going to put an automation behind everything, and once it's set up, it's done. And then you can add another one at a later point, but we're going to start out with talking about one simple automation. All right, so where and how and when can you come? It's going to happen on Monday, March 10th at 6 p.m. and it's going to happen on YouTube. And the link to sign up is going to be a very simple one. I'm going to put it right now into the comments. Also, for the ones watching later, I will send an email, but please, if you're in the comments right now, grab that link and sign up. It's first name and email, very simple. And then you can just come. You will get all the information. I will also send a bonus with it for signing up and for joining and for making the step to really get into email marketing, funnels, and sales, because there's nothing more than that. What I want actually for this whole community is that we survive, that we can serve more, and that we can actually all grow together. So use this link. It's a little bit of a complicated one, but just grab it and click on it and sign up. And then I will send you an email once you've signed up and with all the information for Monday as well. All right, so if there are no questions, or if you have any questions, also please do email us. You can just do hello@blendprecisely. Let me put this in .io. You can email us here for any questions. And then without further ado, I'm going to unmute Seth and get him back on stage.
Are you sure it's safe to do that?
I don't know. You're going to yawn one more time? I think the reason you're yawning is that you definitely have been working night shifts and morning shifts and everything else. So
yeah, I got up at 3 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. Okay, so I know we are a little bit behind on phase 2, and we also, I think, had a few hiccups last week, which were solved, and it's done now with the GCMS upload itself. So if Roxandra is watching it, it's done. And I think we are moving into phase 2 really, really quickly now.
Yeah, in fact, we're most of the way into a few other phases, but it's all happening fairly quickly. So I'm very ambitious, and fortunately I have a good CEO of Blend Precisely to keep me under control. So
well, if that would have been the case, I think it would be out a month ago. Maybe not that good, huh?
Well, it's good to play. Yeah. So, but really, apologies for any false promises and all that. Software is a demon to, it's difficult to put it in the box, but it's looking imminent that it will be released very soon, as Katrin mentioned, today or tomorrow. So,
luckily there are no false promises because I never made any promises when exactly. I said always it can always scooch a little bit to the back because software, I've been sitting next to you for the past 15, 16 years now, and I can see like all these little intricate things, and Blend Precisely has grown to quite a amazing big product itself. So not only that that's how it started out, right? With all the calculation and even that one is already complicated enough, hence why software is not easily replaceable or stolen by someone else, because they are literally going, so many hours are going into it. So phase 2, just to be clear, phase 1 is out. Everybody that actually joined us for the lifetime program is already uploading GCMS reports. They are parsing them. The constituents are there. They are saving them. So phase 2 now is that people will start getting access to, we're not going to call it probably Playground anymore, but that's what I've been calling it for the past. We just casted a vote on our Indie AI Business Hub. So we're going to change the name most likely from Playground to something else.
How about Aroma Lab?
Well, it's funny that you say that, because I had it as a vote out there, but I personally think it's a little bit too close to everything. So I can share the screen quickly to see what people voted. So let me just do that for a moment.
By the way, while you're looking, I have to say kudos to all of the people that are part of our Blend Precisely tribe. I'm really impressed that people care enough to use GCMS reports and to get that detailed with it. It really shows a lot of artistry and passion for what you're doing.
It's true. And I love also all the feedback we are getting. So we had a few choices here, and right now the front runner is Aromatic Alchemy. So there was Aromatic Lab C in the running, 3 votes. Here we have 6 votes, and then a few other suggestions as well. So we'll wait a little bit until it's live, and then we'll probably go by the most voted ones. Which is always difficult because I don't want to disappoint anyone, but yet that's why we vote, to see, which one sits or works the best. So thank you also for everybody that voted in our Indie AI Business Hub over here. Thank you. So I'm going to stop sharing and basically wanted to just come back. So phase 2, one more time, is that you get access to the Playground or the Aromatics Alchemy, or however it's going to be called. And that one will give you the advanced filter section already, and it will also make you view all of your GCMS reports, and it will also make you view all of the Blend Precisely GCMS reports. And then the next step is that you go inside of the oils. That's phase 3. And I'm not going to put a date on this, but also everything is going to follow probably with a week delay right now. But I know that Seth is working hard and he's doing his best, and we are definitely on it. So phase 2 today or tomorrow, and then phase 3, I'm going to give him a breather on Friday. And he should also I think you've been working every weekend right now, so I want him to definitely maybe have a day off in between. And then phase 3, 4, 5, and then we are done. And all of these phases are now a little bit easier than the first phases, because there's a lot of architectural groundwork you had to lay for all of this, right? So
yeah. So as we've grown over the years, I mean, I think I'm most proud of the fact that from like the very first single page app that we had, people were going, "Oh my God, this really saves me time and helps me avoid the math and all of that." And it's just continually gone more and more in that way. So we're growing, and along the way, any kind of software development, you kind of, after 4 or 5 years, you get a little bit of old cold, and why did I do it that way? And you periodically have to say, oh, there's new technology, new shift, and so we have to clean up the deadwood and make it clean and better and faster, and that's what we're doing. I think
Yeah,
it'd be.
oops, sorry.
No, you're good.
No, I was just mentioning also updating the design. So there, I would say from what I've seen in the software industry is like a year equals 10 years in maybe physical design. So if I design a bag, that bag is going to be good for a few years. But in software, when you design something a year ago, it's quickly obsolete the next year. At this point, even now more with AI and the speed as the speed everything is moving, right? So
yeah, it's a little bit crazy in the AI world, and everybody's a little jittery and excited and afraid. So it's just change. It's not anything to be too afraid of. It's just change.
True. All right. Well, that's it already. So it would be lovely to see you at our webinar on Monday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then also, take a look at phase 2, and an email will come out with that for sure as well. And then for now, wishing you a beautiful afternoon and a beautiful weekend when it's arriving. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted
actually, I just wanted to sneak one in here about the emails. There's this rule about what is it, $1 per email, or there's some number about
the revenue. Yeah, that actually is a very famous revenue number. One email subscriber equals $1.
Yeah, so my little plug in here about the emails is that it's really turned out to be time tested in our personal experience and seeing what happens to other people. I'm surprised that email is still relevant, but it's everybody in the marketing says massively yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely. All the big guys, everyone else is still the most business comes through email marketing. In fact, 60 to 70% of their businesses, it's not social media, it's not any big sales ads or anything else. It's email marketing, meaning having the bigger your email list, the more revenue you will have in your business. So that's why I've been hammering it for so long to individuals and to small businesses and also to myself. And believe it or not, in the beginning, I did not like email marketing. I hated it. I didn't want to be part of it. It basically went against my values until I couldn't stand it anymore because I've been hearing it for so many times through so many coaches, through so many courses, that I'm like, okay, I gotta give it a try at least. And well, they got me hooked.
Yeah, well, experience is the best teacher, and
it is.
We have the experience, and that's what it tells us.
Yeah, well, and everybody needs to make that decision on their own. I can only provide you with venues like this or webinars and possibilities and every single step. But at the end, it is, of course, that the person who sits in the business needs to implement it. All right, everyone. Thank you. I'm going to go out for a coffee now with Seth, and then we'll see you when we see you. Bye.
Bye.